All right, so I was asked to put together a video to show the tuning for ESCape32. I'm just going to show you the basics. As you can see, the menu is a bit complicated, a bit overwhelming, but as was explained to me, the majority of this can just be ignored. First of all, from the top there, you are able to reverse your motor direction if you need. I do this either through the radio or through the tuning because I typically hardwire my motors and get rid of the bullet connectors, so that comes in handy there. If you want to run a brushed motor, you can select that. Notice how it gets rid of a few of the parameters that are now not relevant. We are running brushless. What you can't see, because this is just recording my my screen of my phone, is I've got speed control connected to a motor with an airplane propeller above me, and I use that for testing, tuning, to have a load on the motor. So you'll probably be able to hear that in a moment. Okay, back to the tuning. Timing, up or down, kind of personal preference. Some manufacturers, some companies will tell you crank that number up. Some will tell you keep it low. I haven't really messed with it too much. I know on ESCape32, if you turn it down, it can help reduce the resetting. Like when you're upside down and you're trying to self-right yourself, you can kind of get that surge type reset, rearming. So it can help reduce that. I haven't had to really mess with that too much on ESCape32. Maybe I'm not driving as aggressive as I used to because I kind of got used to it, so we'll see. Sine range. This is how much of your throttle pull is in sine mode. Think of it as 0 to 100%, and it will only allow you to stay in sine mode for about 25% of your throttle pull. I always ship the speed controls with that setting at 25 maxed out, so you'll stay in sine mode as long as possible. Sine power, similar to the ESCape32 slider, this is kind of your middle point here. 8 is in the center. Let's see, so it goes up to 15, so 8's your middle point there. You can turn it up a tiny bit if you want. I typically don't have to, but remember, the higher you set that, the more heat it will generate. Going down from there, PWM frequency, duty cycle, duty rate. Most of this I don't mess with. Duty drag, it was explained to me, set this somewhere between 30 and 40. And duty lock is your active drag brake. 0 is off, 1 is on, done. Since this is in a crawler, more than likely, you want forward, reverse, throttle, reverse and brake, don't have to mess with. Your PWM for your signal, don't have to mess with. Input mode servo. Motor poles, you're gonna have to adjust this. If you got a 10 pole motor, set it to 10. 14 pole is pretty common, probably the most common. There are other oddball ones, but just make sure you set that to what you need. You do not have to set motor KVs in here, it'll automatically adjust. Prot stall, this is your main tuning point here. I was told set this around 2100 to 2400 and then slowly turn it up as needed. I ship these set at 2800. And that is when everybody describes their cogging. Oh, my motor's cogging at quarter throttle. That's probably the transition point between sine mode and normal. And that's turned up in ESCape32 with startup power. Here it's called stall protection, prot stall. So go ahead and turn that up a little bit at a time, a little bit each time, 2800, 2900. I think mine are normally running about 3200, but I don't like to just crank that up and be like, here you go, it's maxed out. It's going to work okay, because then you get this surge of power when it transitions, and it's not necessary. That's just kind of a weird way of hiding this cogging and making it seem like it's not there. start with it low, and turn it up as needed. So from there, you've got temp protection, voltage protection. You can set the number of cells. If you're always running 3-cell, always running 4-cell, whatever, that's fine. I always go to voltage protection, prop volt, and set it to 35 or 3.5 volts per cell is very safe. Personally, I run mine sometimes at 3.2 volts per cell or 3.0, and in very rare cases, I just turn it off. Because if I'm in competition mode, I really don't care. I'll blow up a $11 battery to try and finish a course. It doesn't matter. But I always ship the ESCs with 3.5 volts per cell. Current protection, you can use this to kind of tone down your startup, your ramp, your how quickly it accelerates kind of a deal. So I use that every now and then, especially on Mini, where it's such a small and light rig that it gets really jerky sometimes if I'm running a speed control that's capable of 70 amps and it's, geared down a lot, got a lot of power. So current protection can be used to kind of tone it down a little bit. Music, that would be for your startup music, your custom startup music, and along with that, volume, blah, blah, blah. BEC, this is only active on the genuine ESCape32 speed controls from Arsony. No other speed control out there. It's not going to do anything. Mine doesn't do anything. I think it gives you an error, tells you so. So, looking at the top again, sine startup range, adjust, drag brake, active drag brake, forward reverse for crawlers, stall protection, low voltage cutoff. That's really it. Hit save, and now you'll see I'm in the test mode, so I can drag the slider on the bottom, right, left, system is armed. Now we're up and running. That's all there is to it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.